What's up, guys? Brian back to talk about some Walking Dead Season 6, Episode 15, titled East. Spoilers if you haven't seen it yet. Discussion recaps things you may have missed, and it starts with this picture right here. Did you see the machine gun underneath the note, or Uzi, whatever you want to call it? I didn't really see it there either. I had to go back and watch it again. She's sewing it into the jacket. I didn't see that either. It started with the sewing here. You're like, what is she doing? But ultimately, she's doing a survival tactic here, which is pretty amazing that she would do that. But Carol is a survivor. You know, even when she doesn't want to be, she's a survivor. She's packing up her stuff before Tobin comes in, and she leaves in the middle of the night and whatever. Where is she going to go? What was her plan? She's going to go out in the middle all alone, but she goes out. She doesn't get very far. These saviors, whoever these people were, they shot out the tires, and Carol takes care of them with the machine gun sleeve here. It was pretty awesome to see that, Terminator, RoboCop style. Either way, she's a survivor. This guy's going to come back for sure. You see he survived somehow. He's going to come back, be a pain in the ass next episode. So we'll see. He'll probably die, but what happens with that? Carol seems to really bother her, so she still has to kill. It's kill or be killed, but she's got to do it. And when she gets to put her back against the wall, she'll still do it. Abraham and Sasha are clearly a thing. They're flirting along there on the wall with, you know, the post. And you got to feel bad for Rosita. She definitely is sitting there, and it's awkward for her to just sit there and look at it. You kind of feel bad for her for sure. Yeah, Carl here looking at you're ready for a possible attack, looking at a gun. Did you catch the gun, what was on there? He probably hasn't seen a gun for a while, but it's a Savior's gun for sure with Lucille and Negan on there. So he's going to take the gun, he puts it in his pocket. We'll see. The Savior's going to be like, where'd you get this gun? So we'll see if that comes around again. Morgan and they team up, and Rick, but they feel the tension in the car. It was kind of nice to see Morgan and Rick team up again, but, you know, they got difference of opinions and survival tactics, and it came into effect here. But did this kind of prevent something from going forward? Because the guy in the body armor is definitely foreshadowing of another group up there, too. So he was the guy looking for the horse. If you missed it, he has body armor on. And he's probably from a place called the Kingdom. We believe he's from the place called the Kingdom with Ezekiel. And that could help out Rick's group a lot. And they're going to need help for sure, because the Saviors are no joke, and they're going to need all the help they can get. So that might have helped them by him not killing them. Morgan says maybe he's from the hilltop, or maybe he's from somewhere else. We're going to say he's from the Kingdom. But we'll see. Everything is a circle. It comes around. They kind of air out their dirty laundry. Comes out a bit. So, you know, Morgan gets the gun from Rick. He looks really happy in that picture, by the way. But we'll see. It comes back around. It's going to probably be with this guy, whoever this Savior is. But, you know, he tracked Morgan, so we'll see. He's going to come back around. All life is precious. Is that going to be a problem with this guy again? He's ridiculous. So we'll see if that comes back around. I'm sure it does. He laughs about the protein bars, which I thought was a nice little small point, but it comes back around. We saw the new Maggie haircut. Do you like it? Did you like the long cut? I personally like the longer hair, but she's got to have that cut for the hilltop. Her pregnancy problems will continue to bother her going forward in the next episode for sure, in the finale. Rosita is clearly struggling with everything here with Denise. It was a nice little homage to the blood there on the tracks with Denise. Rest in peace, Denise. You know, the Walking Dead does these nice little things on there too, where they blatantly show you it, so they can bring it right in your face. The Daryl arrow going right there too. It was pretty close there too. It was like, whoa, what the heck? He had some restraint there. Didn't shoot her, of course. That would have been terrible. The group finds Daryl. Daryl doesn't care. He's on his own. He doesn't want to do it. Did Michonne kind of foreshadow that she's going to square it up and kill Dwight? She killed the governor when she said she would back in a couple seasons ago, so we'll see what happens with that. Daryl leaves, and on The Walking Dead, when you're selfish and you go first, then you're going to run into trouble, that's for sure. We'll see what happens there. Dwight keeps showing up. They're giving Dwight too much freaking power, kind of like what they did with the governor. So we'll see what happens with that. And Dwight's not even the main guy. Negan is. So who knows what they're going to do with that. Glenn and Michonne are captured to set up they're going to be the victim, part of the victims in the lineup. Daryl has got out-tracked, of course, as we see later on. He thinks he can take on the whole group on there too, but that's pretty crazy. Glenn tries to show that he's trapped and he can't do anything for Daryl to leave, and that Dwight's behind him. Dwight's such a prick. Hi, Daryl. Clearly shoots him in the shoulder to use him probably to get into Alexandria later on. He doesn't kill him, but he's clearly down in the right shoulder. You can see that there too. He's not up there to kill. He's there to wound and maim and to hurt. But Rosita's captured, so is she going to be in the lineup too? So, and initially said 9 people, but we're getting past that if there's that list there too. So we'll see when the final things come out. Love the total blood explosion, but you see Daryl's head, it's turned back at Dwight. You'll be alright, Dwight says. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, guys, and thanks for watching. Stay tuned. What did you think? Did you like this episode? And check out some other videos.